Hi, this is Mr. Capper. This is part one in a series of videos where I'll show you how to make this creeper. This part one, I'm going to show you how to do his head. So like always, go File, New, Part. Then notice my backdrop is a different color than you're used to. I'm going to show you how to do this. I haven't done this before. It's kind of personal preference, but if you go under application options, you can then go to the color tab and you can choose the background that you want. This high contrast one's really nice to see the line work that you're doing, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. While we're in here, why don't we turn on the grid as well? So make sure you turn on your grid, and I would turn on snap the grid as well. Hit OK. And then under document settings, go to sketch, and then I would use, and this is all personal preference, but I used 1/4-inch graph paper to make my design. So I'm just going to make it match that, and then make these both one and hit OK. So then I'm going to start a sketch, a 2D sketch. Pick a plane, doesn't matter. And then what I'm going to do is use the rectangle tool to make the outside of his head. You can count boxes up. I get a little annoyed by that. Takes longer. So you can count up the boxes and do it that way, or you can put the correct dimension, or you can do the easiest way, I feel, is that it's 8 grids on my drawing that I did, my hand drawing, times each one's 0.25. This is the easiest way of doing this. And then mine is a square, so it'd be the same in the other direction. So it already put it, but I'll show you once again. It's 8 grids. Each grid is 0.25. So that is by far the easiest way of doing this. All right, so you're then going to finish this sketch. You're then going to go to 3D model and extrude. It should auto select since that's the only profile. And then once again, I think I'm going to be lazy here. You're going to extrude this by, let's see, mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6 grids in depth, and each grid is 0.25 on my sketch. All right, so now you got his head, but we have no face. So then you're going to do another 2D sketch, this time on his face. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. You could do some other crazy design. You could actually use the circular tool, the arc tool. We're going to make an indent for his face. I'm just going to make this match what I have in the sketch that I made, the rough sketch. And then for his mouth, I got to use the line tool. I wish I could use that rectangle. I could and trim, but... And notice how this isn't snapping to there. That's a big frustration of mine. I wish I could call them up and tell them, see, we have snapped the grid on and it's not snapping to the grid. Very annoying for me. So make sure, and his face isn't that crucial, that it snaps. Like, that was so small, that change there, that you wouldn't notice it 3D printing. It is something that frustrates me. So I'm just continuing to draw out his face. One thing people forget to do is draw this bottom line. There is no line here. You've got to have a closed shape, otherwise this won't extrude. Once again, like, there's no line here. It looks like there is, but there isn't. All right. Now that I've got his face how I want it, and this is important to note, is that you really should dimension this whole thing properly, from the left over each time, from the bottom up each time. But since this is just for fun, let's forget about that. But once again, this is bad form. We should really dimension this thing. Do an extrude, and we're going to actually do this cut, and then click on the profile we want to cut. And then I normally cut in just a little bit, 0.01. I'm going to make mine 2 different colors. Whoops, 0.1. What am I saying? I'm going to make mine 2 different colors. What you could do is do this and then Sharpie in. And then if you want his face to come out, you could do the join instead and have it come out at us. I'm going to do the cut though, because I want to do 2 different colors. All right. So make sure you're saving this as you go. See, I got a folder set up and everything, Minecraft Creeper. And make sure you give it a name that makes sense. I just called mine Minecraft Keeper Part 1, and I hit save. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I don't want to save over the top of a file I already created. I would wait to color in until the next video, okay? So make sure you save that. Good luck.